Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's crucial but often overlooked, the shocking amount of water artificial intelligence consumes. I know, AI is cool, it's innovative, it's changing the world, but what if I told you its rapid growth is exacerbating water crises in places like Arizona? Yeah, that's the twist. Let's get into it. Are we sacrificing our precious resources for the sake of technological advancement? That's the big question we're tackling today. Stay tuned, because the answers might surprise you. You might even be shocked. So here's the deal. Artificial intelligence is everywhere. We're using it for everything from writing emails to creating art. But behind the scenes, these AI systems are powered by massive data centers. And these data centers? They require enormous amounts of water. Chalet Run, an associate professor at UC Riverside, breaks it down for us. He says AI uses water in two main ways: cooling data centers and generating electricity. Think about it. These servers are constantly working, generating heat. And to prevent them from overheating, they need to be cooled down. That's where the water comes in. Some tech companies are guzzling over 20 billion liters of water a year. That's insane. That's equivalent to the annual water consumption of some major beverage companies. And this isn't just water withdrawal, like taking a shower. This is water consumption, meaning it's not going back into the system. It's gone, used up, lost. That's a scary thought, especially when we consider the implications for water-stressed regions. Now, let's zoom in on Arizona. Phoenix is a popular location for data centers because it doesn't have a lot of natural disasters. But it does have scorching hot days, like all the time. So, you build data centers in Arizona, you need water to cool them down for most of the year if using water evaporation cooling. There's a technique called dry cooling that doesn't use any water. Sounds great, right? The problem is, it consumes even more energy, which in turn could consume more water off-site for electricity generation. It's a catch-22. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mark Brody brings up this conundrum perfectly. It's like choosing between bad and worse. So what's the solution? Are we just going to let AI drain the desert dry? Or can we find a way to balance technological progress with environmental responsibility? The stakes are high, folks. Really high. Okay, so it's not all doom and gloom. Tech companies are starting to take this issue seriously. Chalet Run mentions that they're trying to use recycled water instead of drinking water for on-site cooling. They're also purifying water to increase its utilization and reduce consumption. They're also working on reducing energy consumption by shrinking model sizes and speeding up processing. It's like putting AI on a diet. It's a start, but is it enough? Are these efforts truly making a difference? Or are they just greenwashing? We need to hold these companies accountable and demand real, measurable results. The future of Arizona's water supply might depend on it. We are talking about a future where having access to water is a luxury. So, how much water are we really talking about here? Well, according to research, during summer days, data centers in Arizona using cooling towers can consume 9 liters of water for 1 kilowatt-hour of energy. Let's put that in perspective. A medium-sized data center, about 20 to 50 megawatts, could be needing millions of gallons of water each day. Millions. And most of that water is drinking water. That's a problem. A huge problem. Especially in a place like Arizona, where water scarcity is already a major issue. It's like drinking the last drops of water in the desert. We need to understand the scale of this problem to find effective solutions. This is not a joke. This is serious. And here's the kicker. It's only going to get worse. As AI continues to be used in more and more ways, and in more and more complex ways, it's going to use more and more water. Most researchers agree on this. Tech companies themselves acknowledge the connection between AI computing and water consumption in their sustainability reports. And a report from the Department of Energy projects that by 2028, just a few years away, the water consumption by U.S. data centers will double or even quadruple the 2023 level. That's a terrifying prospect. It's like a runaway train heading straight for a cliff. We need to hit the brakes, and fast. This growth is primarily driven by AI computing. We're sacrificing our water resources at the altar of artificial intelligence. Is it worth it? That's the question we need to ask ourselves. So, should we be building new data centers in water-scarce regions like Arizona? Should we be relocating them to places where water isn't such a big concern? You'd think so, right? But apparently, water isn't the top priority when companies choose data center locations. They're still building them in desert areas like Nevada and Arizona. Why? Because of the lack of natural disasters, cheaper land, and cheaper electricity prices. It's all about the bottom line. It's about profit over people, profit over the environment. And that's a dangerous game to play. We need to change the incentives. We need to make sustainability a priority, not an afterthought. The future of our planet depends on it. The lack of natural disaster should not be more important than access to water. And it's not just AI. Other computing technologies, like Bitcoin mining, could potentially increase water consumption as well. But AI is the primary driver for data center water consumption. It's the elephant in the room. We need to address this issue head-on. We need to innovate, we need to regulate, and we need to hold these companies accountable. The stakes are too high to ignore. We're talking about the future of our water supply, the future of our communities, the future of our planet. The future is at stake. Let's turn to academia for some deeper insights. Carrie Hickenbottom, an associate professor at the University of Arizona, points out that Arizona is attractive for data centers because of cheap energy and good fiber optic connections. But she also questions whether Arizona is truly prepared for the increased water demands. She doesn't think we are. She acknowledges the economic growth these centers bring, but also highlights the limited long-term job creation. It's a short-term gain with potentially devastating long-term consequences. Sean Gao, another professor at the University of Arizona, echoes this sentiment. He questions why we're building data centers in the middle of the desert in the first place. He emphasizes that Arizona is already short of water and that relying on the Central Arizona Project to import water from the Colorado River is not a sustainable solution. Water prices are becoming a concern for everyone involved, companies and individuals alike. We need to find a better way. We need to prioritize sustainability over short-term economic gains. We need to protect our precious water resources for future generations. This is not just about data centers. It's about our future. Here's where it gets even more complicated. Tech companies often negotiate better water rates than local residents. That's right. They get a discount while you and I pay more. It's like adding insult to injury. But these centers also have bargaining power when it comes to renewable energy. They can demand that their energy portfolio be primarily renewable, which can help drive the market for sustainable energy resources. It's a double-edged sword. They're part of the problem, but they can also be part of the solution. We need to leverage their influence to promote sustainable practices. We need to hold them accountable for their water consumption, but also incentivize them to invest in renewable energy. It's a delicate balance, but it's crucial to finding a sustainable path forward. They need to do better. And here's the irony. Despite its water consumption, AI is also being used to improve water conservation. It's a double-edged sword. While it requires many resources, it's also a valuable tool for researchers, helping them analyze large datasets and advance research initiatives. AI can help us create more reliable and robust hydrological models, which are crucial for addressing water management challenges. So, can AI solve the problems it creates? Can we use AI to make data centers more water efficient? That's the hope. We need to invest in research and development to find innovative solutions. We need to harness the power of AI to protect our water resources. It's a race against time, but it's a race we can win. But the question is, are we going to? As AI becomes more prevalent, we need to consider the broader implications for accessibility and economic disparities. As data centers consume more energy and water, prices may start to rise for average consumers. Hickenbottom believes that users will see a change in the prices of resources, which may affect how we engage in different activities. Maybe we'll stream less, read more books, or go to the library more. Maybe we'll do a data cleanse and reconnect with real objects. It wouldn't be a bad thing. But it could also create economic disparities in data usage. Accessibility to data may change, becoming more expensive and less accessible. We need to ensure that everyone has access to the benefits of AI, not just the wealthy. We need to address the potential for economic disparities and ensure that AI serves everyone, not just a select few. We need to be aware of the implications. Let's bring it back to Arizona. An opinion piece highlights the surge in electricity demand in Arizona due to data centers. Tucson Electric Power is projecting a significant increase in demand over the next decade, primarily due to the power demands of AI. The Phoenix area has a huge concentration of data centers, and the growth is ongoing. These data centers are demanding so much energy that it's putting a strain on our resources. We need to protect the public's interests and ensure that big tech is held accountable. We need responsible regulations. The decisions we make today will shape the future of Arizona. We need to act now. We need to create a sustainable path forward. The time to act is now. So what's the takeaway? AI is amazing, but it's also a thirsty beast. Its water consumption is exacerbating water crises in places like Arizona. We need to find a way to balance technological progress with environmental responsibility. We need to hold tech companies accountable, invest in sustainable solutions, and ensure that everyone has access to the benefits of AI. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think? Are we sacrificing our water resources for the sake of AI? What solutions do you see? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video informative, be sure to like and subscribe for more content on the intersection of technology and sustainability. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And remember, be mindful of your digital footprint, because it's impacting the environment more than you think. Thank you.